can change your entire life in just 75 days. And the crazy part? It doesn't take perfection, just consistency. When I started this, I honestly didn't think I would make it to the end. 75 days felt impossible, but here I am finishing stronger than I started. And the truth is, I'm not the same person anymore. So let me show you what 75 Soft really did for me and why it might be the simplest way to kickstart your own weight loss journey. But what is 75 Soft? It's a spin-off of the 75 Hard challenge. 75 Hard has some pretty strict rules. 2 45-minute workouts every single day. One of them must be outside. No alcohol, no cheat meals. Follow a strict diet. Drink a gallon of water. Read 10 pages of a non-fiction book. And take a progress photo every single day. But most importantly, if you miss even one task, even one day, you have to start back from day one. It resets your whole progress. Now, 75 Soft takes the same framework but makes it realistic, sustainable. 1 45-minute workout per day with room for rest days when I needed them. A balanced diet, 2,000 calories per day with 150 to 180 grams of protein, and making sure I get enough fiber in the meals. Drink at least 3 liters of water per day and read 10 pages a day. For me, that was this book right here. Pretty good actually. The difference is huge. 75 Hard is built to test your limits, while 75 Soft is built to help you actually create habits you can live with and overhaul your lifestyle. And that's exactly why I chose it. Now, the scale only tells one part of the story. I keep saying that all the time. And honestly, that wasn't even the most important part of my results. When I started 75 Soft, 3,000 steps left me out of breath. And by the end of it, I was actually averaging 7,000 steps every single day. And some days I actually pushed it to 10 to 15,000 in just one go. Before, 5,000 steps felt like literally climbing the Everest. And now they just feel like a really long podcast or something. In the gym, things got even funnier. On day 1, I was using those 12 and 14s, the smaller ones. Now I'm using 22s. That's kilos, by the way. My deadlift power went up so much that now the bar finally looks like an actual barbell instead of just, decoration. And the clothes, man, that's one of the best feelings. Shirts that used to stop halfway down my belly now actually button. I found one shirt that I hadn't worn in years. I put it on and thought, wait, this isn't supposed to fit yet. And that is one of the best feelings you could possibly get on a weight loss journey. But the scale moved too. I started at 463 pounds. And on day 75, I was 448, 15 pounds gone. It actually boils down to a little bit over a pound a week. It's a slow and steady pace, which can definitely be improved going forward, but that wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't to lose as fast as possible, as much as possible. But the real wins aren't the numbers, honestly. There are moments like being able to walk further, to breathe easier, to laugh at the fact that now shoes give up before I do. And that's the part that the scale can't show you, And honestly, that's the part I'm actually most proud of. The part that feels most like progress and that I have achieved something during these 75 days. But don't think I just cruised through these 75 days. There were so many moments where I almost quit. And the first big wall I hit was around day 10 or 11. My back hurt, I was sore, I kept thinking, this would be the perfect time to give up. When the excitement starts to wear off, the grind hasn't really paid off yet. And it just feels, like you've gone far enough, but it wouldn't be so bad if you stopped here, right? Then again, on day 16, the same thoughts came back, and it didn't stop there. Some days it was the weather, it was too hot to walk, or other days it rained and so on. Other days it was just random stuff, like that time that horsefly bit my leg and put me out of commission for a week. And near the end, around day 70 or 71, I got hit with massive cramps that made every single step feel like punishment. And it wasn't just physical things either. Almost every single 10 days that went by, I thought to myself, oh, I've gone far enough, I can stop now and nobody would blame me, right? But here's the thing, those low points are the reason I actually made it to day 75. Because every time I was thinking of quitting, something pushed me forward. Sometimes it was literally the progress, like noticing I can get up a hill easier than before. Sometimes it was the community, People leaving comments, cheering me on, and being supportive. And sometimes it was just stubbornness. I didn't want to go back to the guy who gave up. I'm done being that guy. So yeah, there wasn't easy, and there were plenty of days where I wanted to quit. But those are the days that actually made the results mean something. Because if it was easy, it wouldn't have changed me. And by far the biggest change in these 75 days wasn't in my body, it was in my mind. Before this, I had zero patience. I wanted results right away, and when they didn't come, I'd quit. But 75 days of showing up, whether I felt it or not, slowly built something that I never had before: patience. Now, I'm not saying I've mastered patience overnight, but this challenge gave me the foundation and the tools to actually practice it and keep building it day by day. I opened up the door for consistency to actually settle in. And consistency turned to discipline. At first it felt like forcing myself, but somewhere along the way it actually became habit. I wasn't asking, do I feel like doing this today? I was just saying, this is just what I do now. This is normal. Even my relationship with food changed. I don't see it as a reward anymore. I actually crave healthier meals, if that makes sense. More vegetables, more balance. I mean, don't get me wrong, at no point does broccoli seem like a party. But I don't look at food the same way I used to. I'm seeing it as an opportunity to progress more into this challenge, as an opportunity to optimize everything and actually increase the level of my progress. And exercise, it's not fully automatic yet, but it's becoming a big part of my life. Walking every day, going to the gym, moving my body, it doesn't feel like punishment anymore. It feels like progress. Mentally, the difference between day one and now is night and day. Back then it was always, maybe I'll finish, yeah, let's see how that goes. Now it's shifted into, you know what, I'll see it through. One day at a time. I might not be the best at it, but at least I'll give it my best. And the biggest lesson I learned is that it's not about perfection, it's about momentum. And if I had to sum up 75 Soft in one word, consistency. Because success to me meant, hitting every single task flawlessly. But over 75 days, I learned that it's not about never messing up. It's about not letting a stumble turn into a complete stop. That shift matters because it changes how you see yourself. Instead of being the guy who quits when things get hard, I became the guy who keeps moving, even if it's slower than I wanted. And that momentum built confidence. Not fake confidence, like, oh, this time is gonna be different. This time is gonna be, oh my God, let me wait until the holidays are over. This time is gonna be different. Nothing like that, but actual confidence. Because I had proof. Proof was there. There was no pudding, but it was there. Proof that I could show up day after day and keep going, even when I don't feel like it. It also made me realize that change isn't this big, dramatic explosion. It's boring most of the time. It's water bottles, gym shoes, grocery runs. That boring consistency, that's where real challenge actually hides. And the lesson isn't about just showing up once. It's about stacking days until showing up and doing all of this just feels normal. It's just what you do. Day 75 isn't the finish line. It's actually the starting line for what's next. The next thing I'm planning isn't about going harder or doing something extreme. It's about taking everything 75 Soft built, the consistency, the habits, and dialing them in further, making them even more sustainable. It's gonna be tougher than what I did, but it won't be a boot camp. It won't be an all-in 24/7 grind. It'll be something that anybody can do, even if you're working a 9 to 5 or have a really busy life. More focus on food, more on tracking, more on building habits that you can actually keep for the long run. I'll share all the details next week, but here's the bottom line. If 75 Soft gave me the foundation, then this next chapter will be all about building something lasting on top of it. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you're subscribed because this journey is only getting started. This whole challenge has shown me what's possible, but I know I've still got a long way to go, and I'm actually excited about that. because it means there's so much more to share and so much more we can build together. The best part of these 75 days hasn't been the weight loss or the workouts. It has actually been the community. The comments, the encouragement, the fact that we're slowly building this little positive corner of the internet together. This means more to me than you probably realize. My promise is simple. With every video, I'll just try to add a little bit more value. Sometimes that's going to be fitness, sometimes food, sometimes just real life. And as the seasons change, this whole thing will keep evolving too. We got a long road ahead, but we'll make it fun, we'll make it supportive, and we'll make it ours. The Chunk Tribe isn't just about my journey anymore. It's about creating a space where progress, no matter how big or small, is worth celebrating. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of all of this. The tribe is just getting started, and the best is still yet to come. Ciao for now. Chunk out.